Alright, gonna get this party started. Just change a few things. Sorry, got here a little late, but we can finally get this started. Let's check a few settings, make sure they're set up right. I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. Alright, there you go. So, welcome everybody to another community spotlight live stream. I kind of threw this together a couple days ago with our friend Dr. Fate. I have another video coming up that I'm probably going to put out. It includes a lot of, I guess, a lot of powerful figures in the DC comics and the Marvel comics. Didn't do too many on the Marvel side, but characters that are kind of like already in the game. So I went ahead and made a few styles. It's kind of to highlight the metallic chromatic material, you know, and how good they'll, you know, look with it. So I kind of threw that together, and this was one of them. So I kind of let some of the styles bleed out into the, you know, the live streams, and you'll see a few here and there before they actually make it to the video. But there we have it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start with Solar Flare over here, because I actually like the Phoenix he's rocking there. Yeah, I actually like that. That's actually really good. Here, let me swap this. That's actually really good. I like the Phoenix on there. I like the emblem that he used. Yeah, I like that. I like the red in the middle of the emblem. Very nice. And he did his best to color the emblem to look like the Phoenix. So, I like that. I have a feeling with them like talking about Argo and all that, that Kryptonian styles will be a very big thing. And I've done some Kryptonian styles in the past, and it'll be cool to see that those will probably make like some sort of a comeback. Whether it's, you know, styles of Zod and his, you know, his you know, Phantom Zoners kind of wear, or, you know, like maybe like the High Kryptonian Council, the Science Council, things like that. It'll be interesting to see what people come up with and make, because quite a few people back in the day actually made like Kryptonian styles where they made it, you know, try to look like as if they had come straight from like Krypton or Kandor or whatnot. So that'll be pretty interesting to see people try to make, you know, styles like that. Maybe it's like a civilian wear. That'd be kind of cool. Kryptonian civilian wear. I'm looking for King of Sea over here. There we go. So it's like Atlantean Kryptonian, kind of like half and half what it looks like. Oh, Agatha, that's who I was looking for. It's not bad. It's alright. I think the material helps it along. I like the chest piece. I mean, it's okay. Yeah, it's alright. I'd probably use the Bewitching Battlesuit, like boots. I think they'd be a little fancier, and they're a little more slimline, where these kind of seem to be like a little bulky in some areas. So. And it looks like we have Electro over here. Well, it looks like he's taking it apart. That actually looks pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. I like the Zeus aura on it, and then you have the little accessory that's kind of hiding. Maybe to make it better, I'd probably make the skin less bright, so that the accessory shows up in front of the character a little more, something like that. That's probably where I would go with that to try to improve it, maybe. But I mean, all in all, it's not too bad. Maybe you could use like the warped soul skin. You could probably go ahead and end up doing that. Let's see, we have the Dark Knight, 1833. Alright, let's see. Dark Knight, 1833. Welcome Payton to chat, and welcome Jahundo. He says, can you view my flash? I'm Barry H. Allen. And then, Jay Hundo says, sir, can I play DC with you? I mean, sure, why not? I try to play with viewers whenever I can, you know, if I have the time, or if I'm on. Maybe I'll do a stream like once a week or something where we're actually, you know, where we're actually like running things. I hate to say it, but a lot of the time I'm kind of just a lone wolf because I'm able to solo a lot of things. But I could do something where we like run content or whatnot. We can go ahead and try to do something like that. Why not? I can't promise anything about how soon, but maybe like once a week or something like that. And we'll see how that works out. It's just I haven't run a raid with like a full group in quite a while, just because, you know, I can. I like the white lantern accessory. I mean the material on this is very nice. Not crazy about like how the belt clips into the legs. Maybe something slightly different than those, but otherwise it's not bad. Let's see, and then we have Cassandra Sandmarks. I like the emblem. I wish that the chest style had a bigger emblem slot, so it didn't look as ridiculous. I mean, it's still nice. It's still nice. I still like the Wonder Girl look. I just wish that the emblem slot was a little bigger. But I do have to say I like the bracers. I think the bracers are a really good thing for the style. I like that I really just like those bracers in general. I think that they're the best ones in the game. Sadly, you can't get them anymore at this point. If you didn't get them already, and you can't even buy them across characters. So say you do have a character or two that doesn't have them, but you have them on like 2 characters. Well, you can't style unlock them over. So that's kind of like something where I'm kind of like, really, I kind of wish that was a thing where, you know, we could swap it over, so or buy it over. I went ahead and was basically on all my characters I was kind of going through today and seeing which characters didn't have their feats brought over, which ones, like, you know, needed to get the feats bought out. And I was surprised to see that my hero, you know, despite him having like 5, you know, like he still has quite a few skill points to get, but they don't carry over to the villain side. Villain side don't carry over to hero side. I get that. But he still didn't have like all the emblems from from all the different factions. So he didn't have Star Labs, he didn't have Wayne Tech, he didn't have Sentinels of Magic. He didn't have those emblems. And I know that you can style unlock them if onto your villain if the hero has it. And so I looked, I was like, man, I'd like to have those emblems for my villain. So I did buy out the commendations on those. So that I could get the emblem finally. I was like, he's got plenty of source marks. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. Perk says, yo, my boy Agonic, how you doing, brother? I'm doing very good. I'm doing pretty good. You know, kind of a lazy dog day for me today. For the most part, you know, with last week and everything, still kind of catching up from that. But otherwise, trying to get back on the horse in terms of you know, making stuff content for the channel, and that sort of a thing. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna have another video coming out, and we'll see how that goes. Pop says, what phase? I can't find you. I'm on phase 2 on the US server, USPS. Phase 2 in front of Little Bohemia. Tiny Lilith says, yeah, I feel you on soloing. I did the new normal raids this morning in 40 plus minutes because I don't want to wait sometimes. PS, and I'm not as good as you in War Machine, but I always try. Yeah, for me, a lot of those raids, I could probably get them done in like 15-20 minutes. So a lot of the time, it's like the inner introvert in me is like, like, why wait for 7 other people? Why wait on 7 other people if you can go in and solo it in just or almost the same amount of time? It just didn't make sense to me. So so for me, that was kind of the question I'd ask myself. Like, what kind of a benefit does the group really give you besides maybe shaving off a few minutes? But, I guess you could say, like, I do enjoy the company. If I'm, kind of there for, a couple hours, I'm putting some time in. And, and I want some people there. That's cool, Like, it's always great to run with friends. I know when it comes to the play times, it's maybe hit or miss, right? So, Perk says, any update on the bonus for Tuesday? No update on that. I am absolutely clueless, and nothing has come down that that I know about for that. And I'm not even sure I probably could say anything if that was the case, but I think they would have already announced it by now. So we'll just have to see Monday night into Tuesday. We'll figure that out. And he says, next video, Mortal Kombat styles. No, it's going to be more DC based, more DCUO based. I'm thinking about adding maybe another style or 2 onto it. I try to round it out to a nice 4 to anywhere from 4 to 9 styles, and I'm leaning towards the latter. So I like to have it kind of have a good amount of styles before I make a video. I don't mind doing, a full-length video with like 4 styles, but I don't like to go under that. And I don't like to split style videos just to kind of, like, oh, I got multiple videos and it's like 3 here, 4 here. I don't like to do that. I like to just throw them all in one and call it a day. Yeah, it means that I make less videos over time, but I feel like you get way more styles you can work on or be inspired by and take a look at over time, and then I'll put out the shorts for those that just want to take a peek at them. That's basically how I kind of think of it. And then I try to just, and I feel like that helps me interact, it gives me more time to possibly interact with the community and, maybe do more live streams here and there, or have little pop-up live streams. Like, I couldn't do a live stream last Sunday, but it was like the next Tuesday, or I think it was the Tuesday after that, I did do a live stream, so that there was at least something that went on during that week that I did with you guys. So that, it just wasn't all that I wasn't there at all. So yeah, and we got another Dr. Fate over here. Very nice. I like the legs and the legs and the chest work well together. I actually like that. That's a nice combo. Tiny Lilith says, if they change the stat clamp, you think getting feats solo in alerts or raids will be easier than? I already get feats in alerts and alerts and raids. So you're gonna actually think this is hilarious. I went back into Blackest Day just to run it again. Just to have fun. And I got the uncorrupted feat. And for for those of you that may not know the feat, it's basically defeating Black Hand without. So okay, so the ads in that fight drop once you kill them. Like you'll defeat them on the spot, and then they will become pools of like black energy. Where if you walk next to them or on top of them, you get a damaging tick over time. Um, and if you get that tick on you, basically, there's a feat that basically says, "Don't get that on you. Don't get that on you," and you get the uncorrupted feat. But a lot of people back in the day would ruin that feat because either they didn't see the ads or they killed them too quick and they were standing right where the ads would drop. And that's what would happen. So it was and it was a group feat, and it was first attempt only. So if somebody messed it up, you can try again. That was it, and you had to go in the raid again and try again next time. And that was kind of the situation I had plenty of times where it was always one person or another or something of that nature to ruin the feat. So I was just running it. Didn't want to take on the extra damage from the ticks because I'm soloing this. I don't want to have to wipe. I don't want to wipe because I don't want to die in it. So I was like, I'm just going to avoid them altogether. And I did. And bing, right at the very end, it popped up and it said, "You got the feat uncorrupted." And I was like, yes. I was like, after all these years, what I really needed was just to run it by myself. And I got the feat. So, and it was something where I was just like, hey, I'm going to run it because I like the Lantern content. I thought it was fun back in the day, and I really enjoyed it, and I got the feat. And I was like, well, isn't this nice? Yeah. So I'm already getting this stuff. It's just that there's some pieces of content where maybe you need a few people because the mechanics require it, like turning cogs or being on a certain side of the room, and you need multiple people to do certain things to keep the fight going, and you can't do it with one person. Like things like that, you'd probably need more people. But if it's just like straight burn and surviving just certain mechanics, and you don't necessarily need multiple people, then that's me right there. Like I'll do that. That's fine. Like I was getting the feats in. I was getting some of the feats also in whatchamacallit. I'm thinking here. The alert with Harley Quinn, the one for Apocalypse Harley Quinn, that alert, I was getting some feats in there, and then there were a few feats that I was kind of like fuzzy on, so I did run it with War Machine, and he needed a feat in there, so I helped him get a feat in there. But yeah, things like that. So I'll still go in with people, and we'll do our thing. But if I can do it by myself and not inconvenience somebody to get feats that I want or I need, that's fine. Like I'll go in for feats for other people, my league mates, but I hate to be the guy that's like, yo, I actually need a feat in here, because then I don't want it to be like, oh well, he's only doing this because he needs this feat in here. Like like I get it, but at the same but at the end of the day, if I get my feats, I'm like, hey, I am more than happy also to get whoever needs a feat in here as well, or they need the other feat. Like we're already in here, we might as well do it. And just very thankful and thanking everyone at the end, because it is kind of a time investment on other people's parts to help you out, to get a feat. So yeah. Perk says, have you done a Captain Cold style? I sure have. I've done 2 or 3 of them on the channel. I did an Orange Lantern one, and then I did one in the Legion of Doom video, the newest of the style series videos. So I would check that out. Maybe there's one other one that I'm pretty sure I did one more maybe after that, but I could be wrong. Perk says, would you consider doing Mortal Kombat styles? I kind of like the genre as a whole, but to be perfectly honest, I don't like how, I don't know, the styles don't translate well to me in the game. So, it just, I don't know, something about it, it's like, they're great like watching in film, but I don't feel that passionate enough, and I don't think the styles in game are the best for them. I mean, there's sure some characters you can really do really well with it, I'm just not super passionate about it, so I just don't have the drive to make those styles. I think the characters are okay, but when it comes to me being passionate about characters, it's all about like how strong or how I don't know how strong they are, maybe how rounded of a character they are, how compelling they are to me, um, that sort of a thing. If I really like Viltrumites for a while, I didn't do it because I didn't think that we really had many styles that we could use well for Viltrumites. We've had a few things pop up or a few things, realize like the major thing for me was like the hands. It's still a little shaky, but you can use the absolute Kryptonian hands now to kind of have like the bloodied look on the hands, so it doesn't matter. So for me, that was like something where I was like, oh, this fixes like everything. Like I can go ahead and make my Viltrumite and whatnot, and then I was when I can get to a point where I'm like, okay, this last piece goes into place. Then you're like, ooh, I could actually add this, or I could try this, or what. Once you get into that mode, that rabbit hole of and you're inspired, and you're and suddenly you're like, ooh, I could try this, or maybe I could try that. Once you have that, you run with it. It works out, and that's where the passion comes from. If you don't have that when you're making a style, then I would say either spend maybe a little more time trying to realize that, but even if you don't have that, then I'm like, okay, then maybe I would do something else. I would look at maybe another style or another character. But that's how I kind of feel about the Mortal Kombat characters. I don't really have that drive to make them in the game, and it's maybe I'm just not crazy about the character like appearance, their styles. Maybe I would do it a different way. I don't know. It's just not something that I'm like, wow, I need to make this in the game, or I want to make this in the game. It's not a knock on the characters. It's just not my cup of tea. But I do kind of like some of the lore of the world, and I have watched like 2 or 3 of the movies, so I did kind of like it, but not to the point. I didn't like it that much. Let's put it that way. Tiny Lilith says, I feel you, I'm the same way on feats and perks is understandable. What would you say favorite style you created on your channel so far? I can't say I have any favorites, because to be honest, if I had favorites, you would probably have one style video and I wouldn't have a YouTube channel. If I had favorites, there would be one video, and then that'd be it. It'd be like, okay guys, here's my 5 favorite styles that I've made for my character in the game. That's it. That'd be it. It'd be like ... That's it. Period. Yeah. If I had favorites, obviously a lot of the styles I make, they are the favorite for the moment, and then I move on to other styles, and they make it into the videos. Ooh, this is a good one. I like this. Yeah, I like the head style with the face style added upon it. I actually like that. Very nice, and I like the constant, like it's like all gold on the hands, all gold on the feet. It's a common theme, all gold on there. The background, like cloth, is dark, and then when you have the chest piece and the bottom of the torso with like the waistband, it's all a gold trim with the blue like metallic, the light blue like metallic on it, with like little accents of red throughout. I like that. It's got like the same feel to it, like it was the same suit. So very nice. I like that. And I kind of like maybe he's like apocalyptic in nature. That's kind of the feel to it. And then you have like the, maybe he's being empowered, or he's kind of like he's got excess energy and it's being pushed out of him on the back, so that he stays within a certain power level or temperature or something like that, so he doesn't overheat or explode. Or so it kind of gets you thinking about like maybe what the character is. You know, like he's being contained. His body's being contained in a way. So I kind of like that. Yeah, this isn't bad. I kind of like this. It's not too bad. Who do we got here? That's Clyde. So it's a fire character. I still think this hair is easily the best hair in the game, just because it's a long hair and it drapes onto the shoulder. So it literally feels like it's part of your character, like it's actually on your character, not long hair that's just popped onto the head of your character. So very nice, and the horns even work well with it. I haven't even tried the horns with it, so that's kind of cool. I kind of like that. I think together it holds up very well. Very nice. Tyler, it says your favorite is your iconic simulation robot style is your favorite. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah, I guess you could say that. But for me, it's like even though that is my favorite, it's just that my favorites change all the time. Or you know, you'll kind of see like with the styles I make, there's always a very specific aesthetic that I kind of go for. That's kind of hardwired to me. And then there's things where I could probably never think about, and then I see people doing it. I'm like, oh, okay, that's actually really good. I like that. Kind of like this. Like I like this. I like how they used the belt to cover up where it ends, and like the makeshift feet from the magical Kryptonian Magic's champion leg style, if I can speak here. But yeah, I like this. This is a very nice Kryptonian style. It's very futuristic in how it feels, and I like how they use the belt to kind of merge the legs and the chest together. So let's give that a spin. But yeah, very, very well done. I really like that, and I like the colors are not too, you know, the colors are not too crazy. It's like a very conservative, nice blue. Yeah, it's very nice. I like it. Job well done. Storm Goddess says, did you get to see the Queen? No, I did not. I don't see anybody named Queen over here. You let me know and I will take a look. We have PPZ over here with his armored style. I like the tears on the character. Very nice. I have an idea for the for the tiers for a character style. I can't quite say yet, but those who know will probably know, and it'll be funny. Let's see. So I'm looking for Neptune. Oh, Viltrum's strongest. Let's take a look at this. Ah, he needs a little bit of work. Let's see. I'm looking for Neptune. Mr. Neptune. There we go. Okay, it's not bad. I feel like this stuff's like, I feel like the Phoenix is like really bright for this style. I think something that was, I don't know, I feel like more metallic materials would probably help this, or something that looks like it's like stony or something like that would probably be cool. Make him look a little more ancient. That would be kind of cool. Let's see. We got Demon Suits over here. So it kind of looks like a Brainiac style going on. Looks like they're working on it. Very nice. Let's see. down here. Oh, okay. We got Batman DCU. Not bad. Let's see. Your ex-wife. This one gotta be good. So it's a very old player, but they're Star Sapphire. I was kind of hoping that they're gonna be a Red Lantern. Your ex-wife, and she's got a freaking red ring. Dang, sadly I can't go to your phase. Just send me a tell. Send me a tell, I'll get you in. Send me a tell. Storm T'Challa. So here we go. Storm T'Challa going on here. Let's see. Ken Laxus. Looks like they're definitely halfway there to being a Red Lantern character. Very nice. Let's see here. I'll look at like 2 more over here, but I think we're ending, at least ending the amount of people that we already got here. I think we've come to the end of like who we've seen just about everybody over here. I know that the other phase is like pretty filled up. I'm gonna go pop up over there pretty soon, so I can go ahead and give them a look. Because I think I got pretty much everybody over here for the most part. Alright. There we go. It just got 3 less people over in this phase, so I'm going to check this one out. Alright, so we've got Franklin Richards. MU. I don't know. I like the metallic on it. I like the gold on this. I feel like it's a lot going on, but I do kind of like this purple here. Not crazy about the hands, but I do like the purple and on the chest and legs. I think that works pretty good with it. Let me see here. We got Vulcan XM. So this one isn't too bad. I did use the skin for one of the styles coming up in the video. It turned out really good. So I do like how that has like glowing eyes built into the skin. Very resourceful. We got Supreme Blue Lantern. So my first character on the hero side, he was Quantum, and I made him as a Blue Lantern way back in the day. Way back in the day, I made him as my Blue Lantern character, and he was Quantum. You know, because you didn't have water back then, you just had Quantum, and lanterns were controllers, and Quantum was a controller, so that's what you went as, and so that's what I did, and yeah, and so we were in a league called oh, I gotta think of the league now. I gotta dig down and try to remember it. It was like one of those leagues back in the day that was like a multi-core, like a multi-lantern core league, something like that. But yeah, so you know, it was one of those bigger leagues back in the day. Yeah, we had a league leader named Pashar. I haven't seen him play the game in years, but yeah, we had the league leader named Pashar, and we had like You know, we had like the green lanterns, the red lanterns, the yellow lanterns. Like we had the different ranks for every single corps in the league. And that was when I was kind of just starting out with the game. And then you know, and then I decided to go to the dark side of the game. And then because I was like, being a hero is okay, but the curiosity of being a villain was definitely something I wanted to try out. I was like, man, it's got to be cool over on the villain side. And then I just kind of never came back until years later. Perk 10 says, have you did a Joker style? So I did not have a Joker style until literally like maybe a few weeks ago. So the Mega Mix video, the one that has a Lobo and his daughter Crush on the front, that one has the new Joker skin on it, and I made a Joker style. So I would check that one out. I didn't do it for years because most people would use the plastic Halloween mask for the Joker, and I even did back in the day, but when it came to making videos, I just didn't do that. You know, because I was like, like that was our only option, and you had to tint the skin, the hair, and everything. You had to change everything to match the mask, and I just didn't want to do that. And it's like also with how like the big the hair was, the only hair that actually looked normal with it was big hair, like big long hair. And I was like, the Joker doesn't have long hair like that, so the mask was very exaggerated on the features of the character, including the hair. So you'd have to try to like match the back of the hair with like the front of the mask, and it just didn't, like it worked for years, but didn't give you a classic Joker. So I'm glad that the skin came out so that I didn't have to do that, and that's one of the reasons why I did exclude him from the Legion of Doom video, because I just felt like it wasn't a good enough style until that skin came along. So, for those of you that wanted him in the Legion of Doom video, it's okay. He was going to be coming later. So it didn't matter in the least anyway. But I did get like a comment or two where they were like, "Oh, he's not in there." It's like, yeah, I know. Alright. So I already looked at those. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna go swap back to the first phase. I gotta get out of combat. Alright, let me... Nope, still in combat. I was like, okay, let's go. Nope. There you go. I'll do phase 1 just to kind of check. I doubt there's really anybody over near this one. Maybe there's like 3 people tops. 3 people tops, like I said. Look at that. Wow. Okay, and now we got a 4th going in. Okay, I was about to say. So we already saw this one. Very nice. We got Val M. Richards. Give them a quick look over. So, alright, and then we've got Jakari Hemcock. Not bad. This needs a little more Red Lantern energy going on there. I saw that Harley earlier. I haven't seen that style before, so we're gonna skip back over to the first phase, or second phase. First phase we were in, but the second in the map. Alright. Alright, let's see. We can delve down here a little bit. Alright, so we've got Saint Walker over here. I do like to see when people do like Saint Walker styles. So I think that's kind of cool. He's doing a Saint Walker. Very nice. We already saw Neptune. Helena. I don't know if we saw them or not. It's alright. It's okay. Yeah. It's not too bad. I like the, to be honest, I like the old Carol, I like the old Carol style. Because it's more classic and that's kind of what I'm used to. I kind of wish that they had given her like a face style or something. Because the new model doesn't have that and it just seems to be kind of jarring. Because I'm just so used to the character having that for the most part. We got Snake here. Very nice. Did I see him or not? Maybe not that one exactly. Dark Knight 1833. Oh, okay. Alright. I see what he's doing. Yeah. I mean, it's alright. I still do love that Batman inspired head style. I'm glad that that was brought back. Very good idea. Let's see. Who's up there? Nolan Grayson. Okay, that's the name I'm looking for. What is this? I'm just curious with the name. I don't even know what I'm looking at there. Let's see. There we go. So it's like a Spider-Man style, but it's with the new material. Very nice. I gotta get that material for another 2 characters. I'm just waiting for the price to go down a little bit, but it's a very nice material. I got it for my main character and my healer because luckily I was able to get 2 of them. Maybe I'll take another shot at you know, maybe another 1 or 2, another booster bundle or whatnot. Maybe I'll do another 1 or 2 of those. But I'll probably just end up getting them off the broker at some point. High scores. Oh, that's alright. Kind of like how it looks like it has like the cracks on the skin. Let me see here. Hashtag says, bruh, Greg play with one hand, this is sad. I don't even think this is playing right now, is it? Yeah, this isn't even playing. Yeah. Pop says, do I need membership? I don't think you need to have membership to be in the phase. Yeah. Yeah. You should be able to get in no problem. Yeah, yeah, he, hashtag was saying that Greg plays with one hand. I've known, somebody that was in the last 2 or 3 leagues as me, and they're actually missing their whole arm. And so, they've been playing one-handed as well for many years. So, when Greg did say that, I wasn't, like, super surprised, but, you know, props, you know, skills there, right? Playing with one hand, but it's not the first time I've had somebody see that they've played with one hand. Some, you know, I've known one other person that just literally doesn't have the other arm. Yeah. Yep. And they still play, and I didn't know that, and I was like, man, they play really good for only having one arm. So kudos, right? So here we go. I like this style too. This one's good. I can imagine this probably being 10 times better if it had the metallic on it, but it's still very nice. Let's see here. We see him create, so we got him going on here. I don't think I got him when he had the right colors. Okay, so there you go. Kree Warrior. I know there were also some shows that had it to where it was like a bluish green or a green. So that's kind of cool. I did kind of like the Kree when they have like the very the dark bluish tint, and then they have like an all white suit. I think that I kind of like that one, or at least I got used to that one. All right, let's see. We've got PPZ over here. So this is kind of like his take on Star-Lord. It's alright, I kind of like it. Alright. So I think I'll look at like another one or two styles, and I think I'll just go ahead and do some of the bounties. I got Shang Su over here. But we'll go ahead and we'll do some of the weekly bounties. I actually like that. I think that actually turned out really good. Very nice. Very nice. And then we got a Dorek over here. Very nice. Alright, alright. So I'm gonna go to the newest open world and do some of the bounties here real quick. Let me go ahead and warp over to Frozen Mogo. Out, put the other ring on, make sure I get that mission. No, I don't need that. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. Pop says, thank you for showing cool characters to us. I mean, it's all you guys. And it's my pleasure just to go ahead and take a look at what you guys are doing. And to try to amplify that. Because a lot of people don't think about this, but it's like, you know, this game isn't going to last forever. But, you know, I would like to think that maybe my channel will last, you know, while it may not, you know, be around also forever, at least, you know, maybe people can look back at things like that and look at maybe styles people did back in the day and appreciate them for for what they are, right, and what they were. So it's great for the people that made them, and it's also great that you can look back on it and you can see it as like an archive. So that's how I like to think of it. Alright, so we're gonna do this guy. Hopefully we don't have any of the... Whoa, is it already open? It's already... Okay, let's get in there. So terminal 1 is almost already down. Doesn't look like they're getting out of here anytime soon. Constantine's literally just shoving them all back. Okay, he took that thing up. Yeah, it looks like they're all clogged up back there. Like you have multiple of like those bug guys back there. then last one, we should have the construct. I'm pretty sure it. I mean, if I already got those done, I probably already got this one done as well. Yep. So it's fine, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway. Oh, looks like we already got a group over here. Nice.